everybody, this is Little Swiss Lady and I'm glad to be back on YouTube to show you a new video. First of all, I want to apologize for being off of YouTube for so long, but I did get married beginning of April and we're living in Switzerland, but we got married in Germany because we are Germans, and for that we had a lot of traveling to do and so on. It was just our courthouse wedding because in Germany church weddings are not legally accepted. So that's why we had our courthouse wedding now in April, and our church wedding will take place in September. Actually, we did split the two events up because I have my bar exam in June and I need some time to study for that. And so we said, okay, why not have the big event, the church wedding, afterwards, and the courthouse wedding was just a small thing with our closest family and just the bridesmaids and groomsmen and best man and so on. And now we are going to move back to Germany end of this year because we're also building a house, and for that we also have to travel there to see how everything's going, to choose stuff that we want in the house, like lights or windows, what kind of taps or do you want in the bathroom and so on. So all of that is really time consuming. That's why I'm not able at the moment to film on a regular basis. I hope that time will come, but until then I'm only going to be on YouTube sporadically, and I hope you still like to follow me. Now let's talk about the composition planner. Okay, this by Webster's Pages. They have two versions of it at the moment. This is the white one, and then there is another one in teal with a little gold heart over here. Now this hello is just on the wrapping, so let me take that off. Get it out of the way. Okay, so this planner is faux leather, but I must say it feels almost like real leather. It's smooth, but you have this graininess that is characteristic for real leather, and I think it really feels a lot more expensive than, for example, the Color Crush planner. This is just the A5 6-ring binder, also by Webster's Pages. Just want to quickly compare them in size. Now this one measures 7¼ by 10 inches, and the composition planner is 8½ by about 10¾ roughly. Now, as I touch this one, I really must say this one feels almost like plastic when I compare it to this one. This is really cool material. I like it, and it looks very sophisticated. So let's look inside. It comes with one insert. This is lined paper. I just quickly want to compare the paper quality to these inserts. This is also by Webster's Pages. It's an insert for their traveler's notebooks. I would say the paper quality in these is a little bit better. It's a bit heavier than this one, but still compared to the Mead Composition notebooks, for example, this is a lot better and sturdier than the regular composition notebooks. So let me see. Now in front we have one large pocket here, one large pocket here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 card slots. And in here is another pocket for a notebook, if you like. Now here in the back we have this slit over here and this pocket over here. Let me try to put another of the Webster's notebooks in. Now this is the calendar insert that also comes from Webster's. It has your monthly overviews, and in the back your weekly overviews. I believe there are 12 months and 52 weeks in here. Now let me slide that in front, just to see how the whole thing closes when you have two booklets in there. You gotta wiggle a bit to get it all the way in, but there we are. And it closes perfectly. Looks pretty good to me. Now let me see if I can even still get a third book in here. This is the daily tracker insert, also by Webster's. I think it's pretty neat and pretty useful. Let me close it. Okay. I can feel that in the spine area it gets a little tougher to bend over, but otherwise I would say you can also transport a third notebook in here. It fits pretty nice. Okay, the button does go a little bit hard, but I actually like that because that way nothing comes apart when you don't want it to. Okay, let me get these out of the way. This is another insert by Webster's Pages. I love this rose pattern. I think it's really beautiful. And this is a dot grid insert. Now let me pull all of these out and see what else we can get in there. Now, just to compare, this is actually a classic Mead Composition notebook. As you can see here, it has the ruled pages, and I altered it. I just glued papers from Ephemera's Vintage Garden. I'm gonna link her down below. She has a great Etsy shop with a lot of printables. This is her paper, and I lined it with it, and I created pockets. But it is actually a Mead Composition notebook. Size-wise, the Mead Composition notebook is about 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch smaller on each side. And of course, the thickness is, I would say, about double. Now, I can already see that this is going to fit inside perfectly. Yeah. Doesn't that look good? It closes, sits nicely in there, nothing to worry about. Let's get that one out. Now, this is a journal I made myself, composition style, nearly the same size. You see, I'm actually always girly and glittery and I need pretty things, but sometimes I want my things to be grungy and messy and I don't want to really care about it, and I want to make a mess in this book. I'm looking forward to do that. But now I just want to check if it's going to fit inside here. And perfect, it does. I'm happy with that. I used mostly papers by, again, Ephemera's Vintage Garden. Here I used coffee stained paper, different lined and grid papers. Over here, somewhere I have, yeah, this is actually newspaper paper. It's a sketch pad I have, and I tore a few sheets out and included them in here. I wanted to mix different papers, and I'm planning on using different materials and techniques in this book. A little bit to try them out, but also to just experiment. Get that one out. Okay. And now for me, the most important question was, are moleskins going to fit inside here? So of course I'm going to test that. Let me get my traveler's notebook out of the way. This is a Moleskine XL notebook that I used for studying. Now let me get it in here. And Okay, it is going to work, I think. Yep, and we're in. And this is really important to me, that my moleskins will fit in here. Sits in there nicely, nothing to worry about. This is an old moleskin calendar that I used. Let me see if we can get the two of them in there. Okay, the elastic was stuck. But we're in. And even with the two in here, I am able to close it. You can see that it's a bit too stuffed actually, but if you want, you can have two Moleskine XL notebooks in here with the soft cover. And these are not the cahiers. The cahiers are over here. I'm gonna try these out as well, but they are actually the same size as these books, just thinner. They have the different spine. But again, cahiers are one of my favorite tools to use, so this is really great for me. Now this is my die and embossing folder cahier, where I keep track of what I already have and what I want to shop for. And this fits in nicely. And over here, this is a recipe book that I keep by the TV, and when I watch a cooking show, I like to take notes in there. Okay, and it's in, and again it will close perfectly. Now this would probably be the classic setup for me, because I usually have at least two notebooks with me. I like to have that. One is for random notes and one has a special purpose. I like this composition planner a lot. It looks really professional from the outside, and you can decorate it any way you want on the inside. Actually, while I'm looking at it like this, I'm afraid that I have to buy a second one that I can decorate like I would a planner, put funny sticky notes in here and washi tape swatches and all the fun stuff you have in your planner. And then I would probably still get one for work purposes, which would be plain and simple and just have the tools I need for work, like just the normal sticky notes that you use, probably a bigger pad and business cards and all that stuff. And still, it would look great and professional, and that's what I'm going for, or what I have to go for. So, that's it. I am in love with this thing and I hope to use it a lot. Well, actually, I'm sure that I'm going to use it a lot in my future. So tell me what you think. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up, and as I told you at the beginning, I hope to see you soon. I'll do my best to try to put at least one video up every month, every 2 months. I'm planning on doing a craft room tour next, so stay tuned, and all the best until then. Bye!